Now, Marianne, the other thing that's very interesting is you talk about the economics of love and the idea that rich control a lot of the resources and people that don't have that may suffer. Now, I'm kind of curious as to your personal view of money in the spiritual sense, because there are a few views. For example, there's a prosperity affirmative thinking. Catherine Ponder, Wallace Wattles, and Prayer of Jabez will say you claim riches, it comes to you, you visualize it. Then you have the ascetics who say that the love of money is the root of all evil, and money is a non-universal force that's a secular love. And I wrote a book called Invincible You, where I talk about money as loving energy in some ways, that you can consciously use it to help other people, to flow throughout the world. If you do work that you love, in Spanish we call it don, a talent, don divino, whatever it is, caretaking, teaching, writing, whatever it is, you receive this thing called money, and then we use that to buy goods and services, and we appreciate that, coming from others. So it's kind of like a circle of love. So I'm kind of curious, what is your view on money? Is it money entirely bad or good, or does it depend on how you use it?
Money is neutral, like all things in the material world. That has to do with how consciousness is using it. For what purposes is it being used? I too wrote a book about it called The Law of Divine Compensation.
Oh.
And I totally agree that it's energy. And I totally agree that when there is love, money is one of the ways that the abundance is expressed. However, that becomes a dark conversation when you use it in any way to distract yourself from recognition of situations of societal injustice.
Yes.
You have 1 billion people on this planet. They're called the bottom billion, and they live on less money than the equivalent of $1.25 a day. We have 12,000 children who starve every day on this planet. Don't talk to me about how, they just need to think differently. No, need to think differently. We need to think differently in order to provide a level playing field. That's the thing. I mean, on one hand, we can talk about all of those things that you've discussed, but if someone has had some opportunity, they've been loved, cared for, fed, and educated, particularly in the first few years of life, the opportunity to practice all that loving philosophy is going to be much greater. And for those of us who are into a loving philosophy about money or anything else, to deny that is not very loving.
That makes sense. And, Maslow talked about the hierarchy of needs. So you have to take care of the lower level needs first, which is food, survival, and then you can get to the higher level self-actualization.